I always knew I was the unwanted child. Not because they said it, but because they never hid it. My sister, Alina, was the pride of the family. I was the shadow they never acknowledged. But the night before her wedding, they made sure I understood exactly where I stood. Our family home was bright, loud, filled with laughter. Relatives were hugging. Waiters were serving drinks. And everyone was talking about Alina's big day. No one noticed when I walked in. Mom finally pointed at me like she'd spotted something on the floor. "Oh, good, you're here," she said without warmth. Dad didn't look up from his phone. Alina smirked at me like I was an inconvenience. I sat down quietly. Dinner was served. Everyone talked about flowers, decor, gold, love. I stayed silent as always. Then Mom did something odd. She placed her fork down gently, too gently, and looked at me with a smile that wasn't a smile. "Daniel," she said, "we've made a decision." Dad continued chewing, not even glancing at me. "We want your penthouse," Mom announced casually, "for Alina and her husband." My hand froze around the glass. "You what?" Dad finally spoke. "You don't need it," he said. "You're single. No kids. No future plans." Alina leaned forward, eyes sparkling with entitlement. "It would be perfect for me and Adam," she said sweetly. "You can just move somewhere cheaper." Cheaper. Like I was trash they could relocate. "Wait," I said slowly. "You expect me to give up my home?" Mom sighed. "Oh, stop being dramatic. You only got that penthouse because we helped you years ago." "No," I corrected, my voice steady. "I bought it. I paid every cent." Dad's chair scraped loudly as he stood. "You will do what we say," he barked. "You are our son. UOWES." I felt heat rising in my chest, but my voice stayed soft. "I owe you nothing." Alina scoffed loudly. "You're always ruining everything. Just sign the papers. Grow up." "I'm not giving you my penthouse," I repeated. Silence fell like thunder. Dad's face turned red. He walked around the table, stopped in front of me, and slapped me across the face. Everyone gasped. My cheek burned. My ears rang. But I didn't flinch. Mom stepped closer, eyes cold. "If you walk out of this house," she hissed, "you are no longer part of this family." I looked at all three of them. Their arrogance, their selfishness, their belief that my life existed only for their convenience. Then I stood up. "Then I guess," I whispered. "I never was." I walked away, not angrily, not shouting, just silent, but inside, something dark and cold awakened. They wanted my home? Fine. They would lose far more than that. That night, I opened my laptop and began the quiet revenge that would erase everything they had built. The wedding morning was chaos, but not for the reasons they expected. My phone buzzed nonstop. "Mom, don't forget the penthouse documents." "Dad, come early. You'll apologize in front of everyone." "Alina, if you embarrass me today, you'll regret it forever." I didn't reply, because while they decorated the hall, I gathered files, bank statements, signed transfers, hidden accounts, loans taken under my name, messages where they manipulated me financially for years. I had never planned to use this, but after that slap, and after they tried to take my home, they left me no choice. At 4:50 p.m., the wedding hall was glowing. Alina stood like a princess in lace and diamonds. Mom was proudly showing her off. Dad was shaking hands with businessmen. Perfect family, perfect daughter, perfect lies. At 5:10, the doors opened. I entered, and behind me, 6 men in black suits. Lawyers, investigators, 1 police officer. The music stopped. Guests whispered. Mom's smile froze. "Daniel," she snapped, "why are these people here?" I stepped aside. The lead investigator spoke loudly. "Mr. and Mrs. Collins, you are required for questioning regarding multiple fraudulent accounts under your son's name." The entire hall went silent. Dad stuttered. Mom turned pale. Alina grabbed her groom's arm. What is this nonsense? Dad yelled. I spoke softly the first time I looked him directly in the eyes. You stole from me for years. I let it go. You took loans under my identity. I let it go. But when you tried to take my home, I paused. I didn't let it go. The officer took a stack of documents. These signatures, he said, are forged. Gasps. Whispers. Phones recording. Mom covered her mouth. Dad's hands shook. They were escorted out. In front of 300 guests. Alina screamed. You ruined my wedding. You destroyed my life. I walked closer and whispered. No, Alina. I simply returned everything you gave me. She slapped me, just like Dad did, but this time, I didn't even blink. We're not done, I whispered. Her eyes widened, because she knew I meant it. The investigation took weeks. Every day, more secrets surfaced. Hidden credit cards, illegal transfers. Money moved into Alina's accounts for wedding expenses. My parents' entire social circle collapsed. They were called liars, thieves, manipulators. Business partners backed out. Neighbors whispered. Relatives avoided them. But Alina, her downfall came slowly, painfully. Her husband's parents visited me personally. We cannot let our son marry into a criminal family. Her future mother-in-law said coldly. The marriage was canceled. Alina's screams echoed through the entire neighborhood when she found out. One night, she came to my penthouse. Makeup ruined, hair messy, eyes red. Please help me, she cried. I didn't mean for this to happen. You told them to take money from me, I replied. That was we were joking. No, I said. You weren't. She collapsed on the floor. I lost everything. My wedding, my reputation, my future. Please, Daniel, don't destroy me further. I crouched down, looked her straight in the eyes. Alina, I whispered. This is me being gentle. She froze. This isn't revenge, I added. This is balance. She understood. Finally, my parents were fined heavily, forced to sell assets, forced to move, forced to face consequences. And me? I stayed in my penthouse, free, quiet, calm. Every night, I stood by the window, watching the city lights. People think revenge is loud, full of shouting and violence. But no, real revenge is silent. It hits slowly, it destroys deeply, and it leaves nothing behind. And the boy they slapped? He became the man they should have never challenged. The end.